Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. UK-based banking app known as Revolut will be soft launching customer crypto staking for 4 cryptocurrencies this year. According to a new report by AltFi, London-based Revolut is introducing crypto staking for Polkadot, Tezos, Cardano, and of course for Ethereum to their 25 million customers. Crypto staking involves digital asset holders lending their assets for fixed or unfixed periods to provide liquidity and support blockchain operations and security. Those lenders are called stakers, and stakers earn rewards in the form of more crypto. It is the futuristic version of passive income, if you will. According to the report, the full rollout of Revolut's crypto staking program will occur later this week. The report says staking yields will range from 3% all the way up to 12% as well. Revolut ramped up crypto adoption in 2021, adding support for over 10 crypto assets during the bull run. The integration of crypto staking comes as Revolut's partner and head of the Australian branch, Matt Baxby, says the firm is looking to find more market niches in 2023 as competition heats up. Yes, it most certainly is, because staking is now the new thing that everybody wants to get into. This is going to be potentially the year of staking, of putting your money away, buying cryptocurrencies, locking them into a protocol, and basically making money for not doing anything else except for the two things that I just mentioned. And I had to look around for even more information on this. Apparently, this is a UK and I think EEA is European Economic Area. I believe that's what it is, customers. So if you're in the United Kingdom or in Europe, Polkadot, Tezos, Cardano, and Ether are going to be added to Revolut for staking. It seems like the right time frame. We are currently 3.5-4 weeks away from getting the full service of staking from Ethereum. That is to say, you will be able to put your money in and also be able to take it out. It is a major topic right now. It is what a lot of people are focusing on as one of the main things that people believe is going to propel cryptocurrencies into the future, is basically the idea of holding it and not having to do anything else, and it kind of poops out money for you. Years ago, and I'm talking 2015, 16, 17, a lot of people believed that one of the things that would bring cryptocurrencies and blockchain to the forefront of popularity in society had to do with gaming. As weird as that sounds, people believed that there was going to be an app, a game, something that people used, got integrated, one thing would take off, everybody would love it, and that would kind of be, you know, the thing that got us into the mainstream. But the idea of being able to collect these coins that could potentially 20 to 100x in price in the next 5 years, have them on an exchange, and basically you get paid for having them. Sounds kind of sweet. That's the digital bank. Revolut is going to be offering cryptocurrency staking very, very soon. Seems completely logical. And yeah, let's move on. Also, when I want to say popular, but it's kind of like, okay, sure, why not? Ordinal inscriptions. For those of you who missed the news, this was about a week ago. There was something that went live on the Bitcoin blockchain, and they're not NFTs, but they act as NFTs on Bitcoin's blockchain. The way that I understand it is that basically you take a Satoshi, you write something on it, and you kind of stick it to something that's on Bitcoin's blockchain. That's, of course, the hyper simplified version of it, but they're gaining in popularity, and therefore, they're called ordinal inscriptions as opposed to something cooler. Viewed as a kind of Bitcoin native NFT, are picking up steam among some Bitcoin circles. even though the procedures to issue them are far from user-friendly. The protocol, which was unveiled in January, has already served to bring more than 7,000, NFTs, directly to the Bitcoin chain, with some collectors already present. Ordinals, the protocol that allows each Bitcoin Satoshi to be identified with a non-fungible number, is gaining popularity among certain circles, even when the procedure to include an element in the Bitcoin blockchain and Encryption is still far from being usable by everyday people. How many of you were here? I remember a time where actually downloading a cryptocurrency wallet onto your computer, and for those of you who missed it, every time you booted up that wallet, you had to download the continuation of the rest of the transactions from the blockchain that you had not been present for. So I get the idea of this not being user-friendly because it is a brand new thing. In the long ago, I remember, so for instance, if you had downloaded the Dogecoin wallet, like the old original client, and let's say you used it on January 1st, and at some point on March 30th, you're like, oh wait, I have to do something. And you click on your wallet on March 30th, you would have to download every single transaction from the 1st of January to it was terrible. It was one of the worst things in the entire world. The protocol, which rose to prominence due to a feature present in the Taproot update, allowing the size of a transaction to be as big as the size of a Bitcoin block, already has served to bring more than 7,000 inscriptions, not NFTs, to the Bitcoin blockchain as of, very precise, as of 12 p.m. Eastern time on the 6th of February. So cool. I saw something else about that there are a lot of other larger, prominent NFT projects who were like, hey, we're thinking of also moving over to Bitcoin because it's more secure. The people who don't like this think that this is going to clock up Bitcoin's transactions and stuff, which is probably only going to end up happening. It just makes a lot of space until I assume, let's say November, December, someone's going to figure out a way to inscribe something on a Satoshi, link it to an NFT, and then bring that to Lightning. I don't know why I feel like it, because no one's really in the mood for like a $48 Bitcoin transaction anymore, because people are sending NFTs back. Like, it is literally 3 transactions per second. Like, you got to use Lightning or at least use Liquid. At least. Anyway, that's the Bitcoin. NFTs seem to be picking up steam. I give it by summertime. If we get any indications that the cryptocurrency market comes roaring back, or that NFT sales continue to rise, well, buddy boy, get ready for a whole slew of new Bitcoin NFTs to be launched as well. That's the Bitcoin Inscription 7,000 NFT news. And yeah, let's move on. Also why are you doing this? Sam's Club, an American chain of membership-only retail warehouse clubs that is owned and operated by Walmart, is now jumping into the digital and blockchain bandwagon by filing crypto and NFT trademarks. You heard that correctly. Sam's Club is now treading the crypto waters, as the retailer recently offered healthcare services that cater to the augmented reality, and that sounds so dystopian. They offer digital healthcare services? No one's worried about the popular retailer filed a couple of trademarks that would allow it to manage NFTs, offer digital goods, and also provide crypto-based software. Sam's Club, founded by Sam Walton, I always wondered why it was called Sam's Club, has millions of members from all over the world. It was made in 1983 and was created to help entrepreneurs get the products they needed in a fast and convenient way. So the news is, I think we also, I'm 1,000% certain we had news before that Walmart already was trying to have plans to go into the metaverse or something about Web3. A lot of these companies who I wouldn't myself expect to get into the cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFT space are all doing so. I don't particularly understand why, in that we have heard a couple of times from these companies that they will literally be making a digital version of their store that you can walk around in and go shopping. I feel like we're in the future, and that's no longer, especially not in a metaverse. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But also, I can't figure out why, like, what would be the purpose of buying a pot pie, some corn, and some shorts from digital Walmart unless they are sending the physical version after I bought the digital one? Is that how it works? I'm not really sure. So, Sam's Club is filing patents and trademarks to try and get NFTs and digital goods going. And also, I need to look into that whole healthcare services thing, because that doesn't sound smart at all. All right, that's the Walmart news. Yeah, bet you didn't expect that one. Yeah, all right. Let's move on. Also, I have no idea what's going on anymore because this is getting ridiculous. Shiba Inu, the second largest dog-themed crypto. The fact that we have dog-themed cryptocurrencies continues to gain popularity among the largest Ethereum whales. A new breakdown of these top Ether wallets reveals that SHIB is becoming widespread in terms of what popularity. That's crazy. It's almost like this coin isn't already the most popular thing on the planet. I'm shocked. I wish I had multiple time machines, and maybe just one would suffice, so I could go back in time and get this when it was like worth dust, because everyone won't stop talking about this. According to Whale Stats, the tracker of holding activity among the top Ethereum bag holders, that is to say the 5,000 largest Ethereum whales, now have 50 trillion Shiba Inu. That's 50 trillion with a T. Shiba Inu. And here's a little graph right here. So apparently the largest holdings for Ethereum whales is, I think USDT is Tether. They have $790 million worth. And then coming in at a very close second place is Shiba Inu. And then you got US dollar coin. And then it literally just says other tokens. So yeah, Shiba Inu continues to surprise not only me, but the world, because it's a little crazy how popular this coin has become, how many companies and industry people are actively making sure that they burn this coin so that the supply falls. I wonder in my heart of hearts, what happens if this coin ever actually ends up hitting like 1 cent or like 10 cents? Like what happens to the world when... Anyway, so that's the Shiba Inu news for today. The 5,000 largest Ethereum wallets have 50 trillion Shiba Inu. What a time to be alive. And yeah, let's move on. Also in what? As announced by Cardano developer Input Output, following the release of a toolkit for building sidechains, a public test network of the proof of concept sidechain built on the Ethereum virtual machine is now live. Sure, as clarified, the proof of concept test network is ephemeral. That is to say, the word is fleeting, and will be reset periodically during the pilot phase. All interested community members and stake pool operators on Cardano are invited to connect their wallets, test the network, and interact with smart contracts and decentralized applications. This is not the first such solution that combines Ethereum and Cardano networks. For example, Milkomeda, Cardano's Ethereum virtual machine compatible sidechain, has been operating successfully on the main network for some time. To date, 9.4 million transactions have passed through the network, with the number of wallets being 111,000. Cardano has a lot of stuff going on. Again, this is another mini repeat, at least for me, with like 2017, 2018, 2019. There's like 95, like I mean, I congratulate them on always having so many things going on, but it becomes a bit confusing when every day there's like a new Cardano thing that's going on. There's also like there's another update called Valentine or something like that, which is happening on Valentine's Day. And it's like, you guys got a lot going on. There's a lot of activity. I hope it works out. Hope it plays out well for the system in that, like, I hope that the Cardano network continues to expand and people make tons of money, because you can't have 52 updates and upgrades over the course of a year and nothing happened to your project. So, I'm rooting for you. That's the Cardano toolkit for building a sidechain on the Ethereum virtual machine proof of concept sidechain public test network is now live news. Sure, why not? I don't know what else is coming, but I feel like it's going to be something Cardano-y. Okay. Let's move on. Also in the news, the NFT market is gaining steam once again in 2023, as rising sales and trading volume data showed in January. Now, there have been two more prominent signs of a rebound over the past 24 hours, as single Ethereum NFTs from CryptoPunks and the Bored Ape Yacht Club each sold for more than $1 million worth of Ether. Both sales came from prominent collectors and creators in the NFT world, and they also marked the largest two NFT sales tracked by Crypto Slam over the past month. CryptoPunk 5066 was sold on Monday for $1.4 million. It was sold by Kevin Rose, the co-founder of Moonbirds, as well as venture capitalist, serial entrepreneur, and noted NFT collector. The buyer is unknown, as normally happens, and there's a little tweet for it right there. So the news is, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, is that the NFT market has rebounded. It's not an I told you so. It's more of a this was logically going to happen if we got any indication that the cryptocurrency market at some point was going to begin to go back up. It was logical that the NFT space would also go back up as well. Really funny. Hello, I doubt he's watching, but hello, friend. I just got a text from a friend. We were talking about life and money and yada yada, and he was like, "So what happened to the NFT space?" And I took it in a nice way, but usually I've noticed before that a lot of people ask me these questions because they're trying to be rude. Whether he was or not, I'm not really sure. Nothing really happened to the NFT market. It's more so when the stock market collapsed and the world's economy went into the dumper, everything else did the exact same thing. So it was logical that NFTs would have also fallen in price. I think a lot of people forget that the value of their real estate, their stocks and their bonds and their mutual funds and their gold and silver also fell. So a lot of times when the people like, oh, what happened to crypto? I'm like, what happened to your stocks? It's usually, yeah, so NFT prices fell. The NFT market is still quite strong. People thought that it was going to be obliterated and or no one would be interested. I'm still buying NFTs all the time. I don't know if I made that clear before. Whether it be stuff on OpenSea or whether it be stuff through Vivi, I like NFTs. I like comic NFTs. I like NFTs from like major companies. So yeah, at some point, if we get a rebound in prices this year or next year or the year after, we're going to hear that certain NFTs, like even stuff on Vivi before, was selling for like $40,000, $50,000. We're going to get back there. It's just a matter of time. For those of you who don't know, you buy stuff when the market's down, not when the market's up, because that's how you make the most profits. So even like a lot of, what do you call it? Larger NFT projects, if you will. Some of their NFTs fell down to like 15,000. People bought them at 15,000 and they're reselling them for like 200, 300, 400,000 already. So that's how you make the monies. That's the NFT market is rebounding, but the particular news is that there were two NFTs that sold for over $1 million. And yeah, let's move on. Also sure, why not? Initiatives toward metaverse development continue to be a significant focus and key interest in the Middle East, as the LEAP conference in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, highlighted key topics of the industry. On the 7th of February, A partnership ceremony, was held at the conference, which acknowledged a new memorandum of understanding between the Sandbox and the government of Saudi Arabia. I want to make this abundantly clear. I've told you all before, if you haven't watched my other channel called Money Rules, go do it. It's amazing. It's like the best channel on the internet. Anyway, I have made it abundantly clear. Not only am I into NFTs, but I'm also into like metaverse and metaverse tokens. Two of my favorite holdings are Decentraland and Sandbox. But let me make something really clear with you. Sandbox has inched forward more than any other project that I've seen for quite some time. I don't think you understand the significance of having a partnership with an entire country. It doesn't happen often, and it's quite rare. It's just not a thing that you would normally hear about. So whenever I hear news that Saudi Arabia has partnered with the Sandbox, a metaverse world, it just makes me want to buy more. Like I said, I'm trying to be as honest with all of you as humanly possible. We can't keep getting news like this and just people aren't paying attention. According to social media posts from Sebastian Bourget, the co-founder and chief operating officer of the Sandbox, the MOU is with the Saudi Arabia Digital Government Authority, DGA, for the purpose of exploring, advising, and supporting one another in metaverse development. Here's the tweet for it right here. Wow, beautiful. While no further updates about the extended partnership, both parties have been actively pushing the boundaries of the Web3 space relative to the other whatever. The Sandbox has thus far partnered with Snoop Dogg, Gucci, Tim, I don't know what Tim is, Atari, HSBC, Warner Music Group, they're like three other like luxury fashion brands who have also, like, the Sandbox is really, really, really popular. I have a feeling, hear me out here, this is not financial advice, but when you have partnerships of this caliber, it kind of, and countries, it kind of just sounds to me that like I almost said Metabox. Sandbox is kind of, I think it at this point, like the kind of place to go to. So just for clarity, I'm going to continue buying Sand token. I think it's called Sand, and also Mana for Decentraland because it's also very big. But I really do wonder how big these tokens are going. Like, think of that. Think of the significance of, first of all, and Saudi Arabia is kind of rich, like the significance of a partnership like that. Imagine when metaverses do get more popular and do take off and everyone's hanging out there, like I always, especially now, believe that we are in a very specific time in crypto where we see I make a video every day of these huge partnerships and no one pays attention. No one's really like getting it. But these coins for many of these projects, there's not a lot of them out there. I would assume, here's some logic. I would assume if the government of Saudi Arabia has partnered with Sandbox, maybe the government is also buying up some Sand tokens as well. See logic, right? Because why would I think that them shaking someone's hand and being like, I hope this works out. No, I would assume that they're buying millions and millions and millions of dollars worth. Anyway, that's the Sandbox news. We'll see in the next couple of years where all of this has taken us, but I'm not going to miss that train because, we can't keep getting good news every day about these projects and no one pays attention. News. All right. Let's move on. Also in the news, JPMorgan Chase has revealed a report noting that Ethereum's upcoming Shanghai update should spur a rise in Ether staking ratio, the number of validators on the network, and activity on liquid staking services such as Lido Finance. The report, published on Wednesday, highlighted the staking ratio average on the proof of stake blockchain, saying the number... Sorry, I heard something. I was like, what is that? Saying the number was apparently around 60%. I don't know what that was. Saying the number was around 60%. In comparison, the ratio on Ethereum's proof of stake currently is around 14%. Not really too much to really elaborate on. The article does continue for those of you who want some information. Basically, JPMorgan Chase, like many other companies and banks, are now talking actively about what the Shanghai update is going to be doing to Ethereum. They believe that we're going to see a very large amount of Ether being staked actively inside of the actual protocol. And a lot of the estimates that I'm seeing or have seen between people actively staking their coins, locking it into different protocols, staking it on other platforms, and wrapped Ethereum, you name all these other things, that we could see anywhere between 70 to 80% of all Ether actively being locked up in something, which is also then incredibly bullisher for prices and all that other stuff. So yeah, JPMorgan Chase, I believe, has a very large stake in Ether. They're always talking positively about Ethereum and never usually about Bitcoin. So that's always something to keep track of. Anyway, yeah, that's the JPMorgan Chase is quite bullish on Ethereum. I think many people are at this point. I've mentioned this all to you as well. I will be staking my Ether. I am part of the group of people who I do believe that we will be seeing a $10,000 Ether well before we see a $500,000 Bitcoin at any time. So I love the idea of passive income. So a lot of the coins that I am collecting, I do believe they have long-term growth. And I also just want extra money for not doing too much. I don't know how to make that sound any nicer. That's the JPMorgan Chase is talking about. They're expecting a large rise in the amount of Ethereum being staked and also users on the network news. And yeah, let's move on. Rightio. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. To hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or subscribing. And I will most certainly be talking to, the bus left, to you all soon. See you.